Yo. What's going on, everybody? Let me see if I can get this. There we go. What's going on? I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. We got a sold out show today for my 5 attendees. Hell or high water, though. The AMA's come.
Are you doing a top knot?
Yeah. I threw something
Let
up
me
to
see.
get out of my face.
Looking raunchy.
What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in to another AMA. We got some good news today that we get to
Great
share.
news.
A lot of good
Great.
things happened today specifically that I'm excited about. And then some things, some potential changes on the short term for Frozen Walrus. Some things that I think could help boost how effective X-Walrus is in reducing that supply of Walrus. And then Walrus Anglers Club, I'll give you a little bit of an update after me and Sean had talked for a little bit. And we'll wrap it up there. So, today, we officially have Glacier's front end up live on Netlify. Now, I'm not sharing this publicly yet, but it is live and we are testing it. It's connected to Beats currently. But even better news is that after discussing with Mark today, I know for a fact that we are extremely close to having all of the testnet version of Beats up, which means that we essentially have a sandbox version of Beats locked and loaded on AVAX testnet, which at that point we will then convert the contracts that are pointed to Beats over to the Beats testnet that we've launched as a sandbox. And we'll start editing things like our tokenomics and emissions, and then start adding some of the custom code for Glacier points. And even better news is that I will likely, sometime early in the day tomorrow, release the official documentation. So it's pretty jam-packed. Pretty excited about it. To see my website live that I've been dreaming about for 5 months now is a pretty surreal feeling. And knowing that it's like connected and working is really cool. I'll be passing it along to some of the VCs and some of the people that are getting involved more intimately with Glacier, and of course Ava Labs and their team as we get further along. Now, obviously, it's not official. It's not full scale. There's obviously some things that we have to update and edit. But where it's at currently is a really good workable version so that we can see what the stylized effect of everything that we're having is. So, it's pretty cool. I see Radiant in the chat. Of course, he is one of my VC investors, and he has access to the testnet, so he can tell you. I don't know if he's done much perusing around there, but he does have it, and it looks, in my opinion, it looks great. It looks exactly like what the Figma file sheet looked like, which is awesome. So I'm extremely excited because it feels like Glacier's finally getting over the hump of all this scope and developing of the ideas and the ethos of Glacier, and now it's like, now pen's meeting paper and things are starting to be actually developed on the back end, the front end, and everything in between. I've seen all of these comments about this X, Y, and Z Beats or balancer fork came out. I think somebody said recently one that was sponsored by Balancer and then had a lot of issues with their contracts. This is why I'm taking my time. By no means is this me saying that we're going to be releasing anytime soon. I mean, obviously, we still have the same plan of Q1 2023, and we are going to fully vet these contracts and put them through a lot of stress and get the proper audits and do the proper things so that when I launch this thing, it can stand up to the activity that I think it's going to get. And we actually talked about it in Walrus Radio podcast last night. We had an entire AVAX special. So if you ever wonder why is Austin such an AVAX maxi, we got to go into detail about a lot of things about AVAX and why I'm so bullish on it, especially for 2023 with everything they got going. I think it's going to be an awesome year for AVAX, and the fact that we're building a cutting-edge DEX on it with potential visibility to the Ava Labs team. I'm very hopeful for the entire thing. So, yeah, I'm excited. That was a really hyping moment for me. Whenever you're developing a project or you're the project lead, I guess you should say, you don't really have a lot of hands-on some of the stuff like the coding and stuff, and you really have to trust people, and the people that I have on my team I do trust, but it's still like you get into those slumps, I guess, and where you're like, is this thing ever gonna happen? Have I messed up somewhere? And to see some of the things coming together and the right things coming together was awesome, honestly. So shout out to Jumpman and shout out to Jumpman and Mark for getting shit done. It was awesome to finally get some shit rolling. What else?
So good.
Frozen Walrus. So I was talking to Owen about some of the things that we could do in the short term. I think something that's essential to do is increase the pricing of X Walrus every mint. And the scale factor right now is 2.5%, which means the price of X Walrus each mint goes up by 2.5%. And we're still at 1.21. I actually think that it should be a much more dramatic effect. So I'll probably be quadrupling it, to be honest. So if you've minted X Walrus, great for you. But I'll likely be quadrupling the effect of the scale of X Walrus and the increasing of the price. I think it'll be really essential once we actually get liquidity for it, and I think that it'll help a lot with bottlenecking more of the supply of Walrus. Also, in that effect, I will be reducing the Walrus share pool by a little bit to try and keep as much Walrus bottlenecked in that and still make it a lucrative pool. I mean, honestly, 0.6% in a shitty market is pretty fucking fantastic. 0.6% daily, mind you, it is absolutely fantastic, and it's a bit ridiculous to assume. But we should lower that down, taper expectations as we move over our liquidity to Glacier in the next coming months. But anything I can do to pivot us into a better position during that time, I'm going to. And I think those two essential changes could really bring a lot of bottlenecking to Walrus that we haven't seen so far. So it'll be a much more dramatic effect for how much Walrus is going into the contract and less of a dramatic effect of how much is coming out of it. And as long as we continue to convert it as we have been, I think that we'll get in a very, very good position. And I really think it is doable to get into a point where it would be healthy enough to achieve PEG by Glacier's, by just liquidity migration and exposure from Glacier. I do sincerely believe that. I can't promise it, but it does. It feels like we're moving in the right direction dramatically, especially with the success of X Walrus. And that doesn't mean that we're going to stay at PEG. I'm just saying that the moves that we've made with little to no funding, very low engagement, has been absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. So that's really, I think that with those two changes alone, we could see a lot. And then the third thing would be that Walrus share emissions would stop after Glacier launches, and we can incentivize those pools via Glacier rather than having to give Walrus share out. Of course, Walrus share will always have the utility of printing Walrus, and it doesn't need to incentivize our pools anymore, so why dilute it any further? It can hold the same regard that it currently holds, with only 42,000 and about 15 to 20,000 being held by the protocol or other neutral parties. So over half of the supply almost locked up. I think that's a really good position to be in for both the protocol and for the users that want to take advantage of Walrus share. So I think those things, we really have this cauldron of good things in the mix for our tokenomics on Frozen Walrus. And really, we just need the match to light the fire. We've done everything else and done as much as we can to get us as far as we can. And I think that was the last notch is these little tiny tweaks that we can do. And then also, if you didn't see it, Magic Arena NFTs, the starter NFTs where you get a frozen fish to launch in the game, is actually going for Walrus and Walrus share. You can purchase both of these NFT, or you can purchase any of these NFTs with Walrus or Walrus share, which is huge. It's a real utility for a real game that is actually playable. And I was so hyped when Owen brought it to me. He said, hey, what do you think about us accepting Walrus and Walrus Share? And of course, I'm all for it. It allows you all to use some of the tokens that you've built up for what I think is an awesome ecosystem and an awesome game. Dot Hack said, how soon can these Walrus Share and X Walrus changes start? Likely tomorrow. Not Walrus Share stopping emissions, obviously. I can't do that until Glacier. But the other two things I would like to plan for tomorrow to change them. So yeah, that is the Frozen Walrus update. I think that that's something that everybody will be interested in and how you want to invest in the future. Yeah, I thought about making a clickbait title and saying Glacier Live ? And then just announce that we have it live on testnet and be a clickbait piece of shit. But nah, it's okay. I'll give the alpha to the people that think there is none. DDoS Live? No, I got Cloudflare. Motherfucker, you can't do it. Nah, you can still DDoS me with Cloudflare because I have that fucking free version. You'll physically DDoS me? I don't even know what that looks like. The fuck is that?
He'll come over. He will deny service to you.
Yeah.
Physically. Yeah, you're about 2 hours. Give or take a couple.
And you know, with Owen so intimately involved with Walrus and Walrus planning, he wants to hold these tokens that they're acquiring from their treasury for LP incentives. He doesn't want to touch Walrus at all when he acquires it, not until it's in a way better position. Man, Bitcoin's fucking ripping, man.
Ooh!
Bitcoin's ripping, boys. Bull market.
I just sold it right. I started it. I sold mine right before we got on here.
Everybody buy something. It's the bull market. It's time to get stupid. Dylan was super excited today because Bitcoin has officially passed the 200 EMA and broke through it and has stayed over it for at least 4 hours, which is a pretty good confirmation, and it's never happened. Also, just in a conservative effort to try and keep you guys from aping, the RSI is the highest since Bitcoin reached its all-time high, later last year. So just letting you guys know, the RSI is completely blown the fuck out. It's the highest it's ever been since the fucking bull market when Bitcoin was at like 69K. So take it easy, see what happens. I'm probably going to put a short in because I already put a short in at around 19.9 and I got liquidated. So don't be me. But I also 100x leverage. And it was only like $150, so it's all good. I think so, Radiant. I think it's a bull trap, but honestly, it's a long-ass bull trap if it is. Yeah, definitely stick to 10x or less. I would, for sure, just from experience, but I can't do any less than 100x. The gains, I'm too spoiled. It's literally, it's like 50% or zero for me. Yeah, you're right. 10x is much safer. And honestly, 10x your position on a leverage trade is pretty fucking good. But yeah, I would stay reserved until we see some like clear confirmation from the TA maxis. But let me go ahead and tell you, nobody knows what in the fuck they're talking about. The people that are bulls and the people that are bears are literally in echo chambers with themselves. Nobody actually knows what the fuck's happening, and the market is being moved by futures completely. There is absolutely no liquidity in this market. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. In my opinion. But yeah, a lot of good things, man. I'm excited. These last couple of weeks have been good. There was a period there last month where things were getting hairy, and I was getting concerned with our timelines and everything with Glacier, and it was one of those things that I really, you just get stressed as a protocol owner. Sometimes, I guess, in any industry you get stressed, but specifically I was. Any big partners for Glacier? Hopefully the red triangle comes on board and is like, man, Glacier is it. If you're not using Glacier, you're actually brain dead. So that's what I hope. If that tweet comes, then we're good. No, I know.
I think after we show them what we've cooked.
What is it?
I think when we show them, what we got cooked and everything, I think we're gonna be in a really good position because the test net that I saw today was beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, and March he's got the contracts up. He's actually feels like everybody's getting sick. He's sick. Wind Mammoth,
Still pumping.
my God,
Oh my God, I haven't thought
we
about that in a
should
while.
just
We should have.
man, we should actually just launch shit coins from the treasury and just feed the treasury with it, and then make sure that none of you guys invest, and just be like we're like that's our real revenue from the treasury. That's basically just stealing money from people. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do that. But another Doge killer. Just when I think Doge will probably stop, I guarantee that it will. It won't. It's just got too much behind it. Do I need testers for Glacier? I will. I'll have to get vetted people to make sure that none of the information's leaked. That's why most of the people that are doing it are going to be VC investors and the team members, because I know for a fact they won't leak it, because it would not be in their best interest to do it. And when the incentives align, it's a lot easier to trust people. So, also, me and Dylan plan hopefully tomorrow on doing our fireside chat, talking about everything that is Glacier when the documentation releases, and do like an hour-long interview with me. I'll get all dressed up and I'll do my hair real pretty, and Dylan will ask me all the questions.
I'll do none of that, and I'll still ask the questions.
The Kentucky dress code. It'll be my turtleneck.
I do have some overalls.
I had overalls, but they were my fiance's.
No, like, those, what are they? Carhartt ones.
Suspenders?
I got some Carhartt overalls, and we'll need them. It's going to be fucking cold tomorrow. It was snowing all day today.
Yeah, it was snowing pretty hard here. Well, guys, is there anything you can poach me for questions? Somebody
You said something earlier about whack.
Oh, me and Sean are going to get together on Monday to look for another ways to engage and start pushing for the mints. He's obviously been sick and a little bit busy, and obviously I've been very busy as well. But just to let you guys know, we are going to get a plan for Twitter Spaces and marketing. And potentially buy 2K7s already with the money that we've accrued, which was 16K right now. We want to go ahead and get those miners. We are still waiting on the other miners, but I think that we'll really get a lot of organic growth when those miners come in.
I know there's no release date yet, but I mean, is there a smellable window? I smelled it today, and I was in the Glacier.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a tentative release date of somewhere in early February, late February, early March. It's ambiguous for a reason. It's to do with the capital raise. It's to do with a lot of the moving pieces with AVAX. There's so much contingent that I just feel like it's still very unfair to put a release date and try and hit it. I mean, we're moving as fast as I physically can. And I just don't want to say, oh yeah, we'll launch this date, and then like we have a bunch of audits left to do or something. I don't want to get put in that position.
He's all right.
You're fucking not. You're not
he's not lying.
AI may be taking over the entire industry soon. Maybe taking over
the entire planet.
Yeah, AI has gone crazy.
I think AI is a great filter. I heard that from a good friend.
Starting to feel very Web 2-ish here. I don't know about that.
AI is going to make Web 4, and we're all going to be poor.
True. They're the only ones that are going to be trading on it. You're not even going to have access to it. You have to do some kind of cryptography just to unlock access to a wallet. And it won't be user friendly at all. What do you mean by allowing for Web 2 integration? What would they allow? I caught a mouse today, ladies and gentlemen. I caught a mouse today.
You didn't catch a mouse.
Listen, so you guys have heard my bat story. It's time to tell you the mouse story. So I had a mouse here for about 2 weeks. Been trying to catch it, of course. Haven't haven't heard it for the last couple of days. So I was just here on my computer working in my basement. I look to my left, and as I'm looking to my left, on my computer desk, there sits a fucking mouse looking right at me. And I know he didn't know that I was there because he came from I don't know where. But he looked right at me and he was terrified. So he jumps off the table to try and get away from me. And he lands right in the trash can. And he lands in the trash can. I didn't know that he necessarily landed in the trash can, so I started giving it a couple kicks. And I heard him rattling there. So I instantly double bagged that trash can. And that is out in a cooler, locked up in the cold weather. So that he can suffocate with pride. And that's my mouse story. Pluty said in the YouTube chat, what is your long-term vision for Walrus Anglers Club? For example, do you want to own the hosting facility? I'll be honest with you, owning a hosting facility is an absolute gargantuan thing to do. I don't know that I want to own a hosting facility. I think that for what we are, owning a hosting facility would be a bigger headache for you all as users and cut into your potential profits rather than giving out, the kilowatt per hour that we're able to afford via hydropower. I think that's much better for you all. But long term, I plan on, we plan on continuing to strengthen how many miners that we have and continue to look for ways to profit for Walrus Anglers Club holders. I think it's a very simplistic, I don't want to overcomplicate it or oversell it, right? It's a very simplistic idea, and that's what I think it makes it so special is that it literally is you just buy an NFT, hold it, and you get residual income based on miner performance. And I think that that simplicity is what makes Walrus Anglers Club a little bit better than having to focus on other things. Now, it doesn't have a big, robust roadmap, and I do understand that. But if you just want to hold an NFT, not have to look at many updates, and then just continue to ride the residual income, I think it's a no-brainer. No, man, don't say that, Disco Chuck. Listen,
I told him the same thing, Chuck.
I double bagged it and put a table on top of the cooler where I don't see any kind of way for it to get out. Now I know they're little weasels. There's no dime size holes. I checked it. We were looking for anything that we could fit it in there. I'll check it before I throw it away and see if there was a way for it to dig out. And if it's not in there, then so be it. It looks like I'll be working on it again to try and catch that fucking mouse. Dang, that's a crazy metric, Dot Hack. Where did you get that? Just from all the halvings and stuff? Yeah, collapsible rib cages. That's fucking insane. No, I did the research, pleb. Apologies. Apparently I did not. Even at 150, only 64% of KDA will be in the open market. Yeah, that's why I really hope that a lot of people want to continue to compound it for a very long time, at least until the next bull cycle. And maybe we find other lucrative ways or only sell some of it for other potential profit revenue for other areas of DeFi. That would be my preferred method so that we can wait for KDA to fully mature. What are you thinking, Dylan? What did you do this week?
Sold Bitcoin $300 too early.
Well, it can always go back down.
Sure can. This week I finished all 300 of the AI art images I wanted to make. Not really. A couple people know about it. I've tweeted about it a couple times, but I don't want to put it out there until I get everything set up. So I've got to make the YouTube video, the YouTube channel, and then we could talk about it then.
Yeah, I've been...
and the Discord. I built it.
Yeah, the Discord actually looks really good. Yeah, I've been working on game deving I've been learning Blender. I taught myself Blender. I showed Dylan my video. I'll show you. I did it off a tutorial, but I think it's pretty cool. It's a 3D. It's a 3D thing that I built off a tutorial. Where is it? Projects. Project render.
Oh shit!
Is this it?
She's taking off again. 2400.
So here's what I just taught myself in Blender. I started with a cube, and I ended up with that. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks really cool. So I'm learning some stuff. I really want to do a top-down 2D RPG, cyberpunk style. Yeah, I'm just having fun and trying to learn some new skills in the downtime between Glacier and the meetings for Glacier. I can't always just be fully into everything DeFi. I have to learn new things, and so I like to take up new skills. But yeah, Blender's really fun. I'm looking for a game engine. I've been using Unreal Engine, which I think is super powerful. And then I've also used some Unity, and then Godot. Those are 3 game engines that I've been looking at and just trying to develop some cool stuff with. But it's fun. I like learning that kind of stuff and trying to. But the follow through is very hard to commit to. But realistically, I want to create a game that I can actually sell on the blockchain. So that's the goal. Wow, Bitcoin again, 20,300.
What I said.
They said it couldn't happen. They said it couldn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. They said Bitcoin is dead. They said you'll never see 20K Bitcoin again. I don't know if they said that.
I don't think they said that. They said we wouldn't see it for a long time.
Dang, not so savvy. On AVAX, that would have to be like a 3-second game. A matching game that you have three cards and only 2 of them match. If you can match them, then your gas is paid back.
AVAX back over 16.
Nice. Be nice to see AVAX back in the $20 range. I feel like AVAX isn't getting much love right now because it's already pumped up a little bit from $12.
What did I miss from the start? I'm getting ready to... Here, I'll just go on and post it. Check previous AMAs.
Ukraine satanic worship. Hack, you're not living in the same fucking world that I am. And I love that. But it still takes me back sometimes. And I'm like, what? But truly, we're in different worlds. I would ask, what is BTC a distraction for?
Gas stoves.
Gas stoves. They're talking about them right now. It's all the rage. Man, I didn't realize until like I got into DeFi how many people in DeFi are like, I wouldn't say heavy Republicans, but more conservative. But it makes sense.
I think it's more libertarian than anything.
I don't. Really? There's a lot of people that I come in contact with that do not share any kind of leftist views. I stay pretty central on both ends. I clown both sides pretty hard. Because I truly believe that the government is absolutely bullshit. GDB, I didn't even notice you were in here. You're so quiet.
Him and his gigantic iPad.
Yeah, your giant iPad. The only thing we could hear was it whirling in the background.
GDB, I'm watching Uncut Gems tonight.
You haven't seen it?
Of course I've seen it. It's one of my favorite movies.
Man,
That's why I'm watching it.
That is one of the craziest endings out of any movie.
I'm going back and watching some of my favorite movies this year and reviewing them for my letterbox that GDB made me start. So
what is a letterbox?
Watch out for that. It is a website where you can post reviews of movies you've watched and stuff like that. I usually post them in the television and film channel when I get done.
Cool. Well, does anybody else have questions? The fuck? Microplastics a threat for male fertility.
They've been talking about that for years.
What is a microplastic though? What is that? Give me a real world product.
Anything that has plastic in it that you've heated your food up with in the microwave.
Oh, buddy.
Ziploc containers, like Tupperwares.
My taint already came in pretty small, but I did have a child, so I'm doing all right. It didn't get me before. Thankfully, I'm naturally long tainted. I don't even know how to fucking take that statement. Oh, that's what that picture you sent me was. Biden leaving his garage and all the documents were in the back. Was that what that was referencing?
You can like visibly see them, yes.
But that doesn't mean that's them.
He's just cheesing in that Corvette. It cracks me the fuck up.
But that's not them, but it's funny to think that that's them.
That's the joke, yeah.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah,
but it might
funny,
be them.
dude.
I mean, who's to say it's not?
Yeah, I mean,
Because he is fucking smiling in that Corvette. Like, it cracks me up every time I see it.
Man, is any
They
of
keep
y'all
posting on
are any
Twitter.
of y'all good artists? We need some artists in here. I need help drawing assets.
He won't take my AI art.
I need pixel art. Dang, not so savvy. You're hired. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. You win.
He won't. What do you want a pixel art of?
Tampa, what I meant by X Walrus quadrupling right now, 2.5% increase in X Walrus price per mint of X Walrus, which is why it's going up so slow. It's kind of like tapering off because there's a massive amount of X Walrus already made. I actually want to quadruple that from 2.5% to 10%. So the price goes up 10% every single mint. Just use Fiverr. That's not a bad idea, honestly. I may actually look into that. Getting some tile sets from Fiverr. That's not a bad idea.
Tile sets? What the fuck is a tile set?
Tile sets what's being used, like how Pokemon has like very similar, like small 16 by 16 blocks, and that's how they make their entire map. That's a tile set. Nah, pixel art on AI is not good. It's not clean. Does that make sense, Tampa? Also, guys, I need some help debating whether I should buy this graphics card or not. I'm trying to get a 7900 XTX. Do I need it? No. But do I want it? Yes, because that would put my PC towards the top 5% high end. I got 32 gigs of DDR5. I've got old. It's not really old. It's an AMD Radeon 3700X. And then I have pretty good motherboard, and then I just got a new power supply. So realistically, all I'm leaving out is the graphics card. Yeah, look at those. Those are nice. Is that AI? That's not AI.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I just made it.
Shut up.
I swear to God, you never asked for an asset sheet. If you wanted an asset sheet, that's what you should have said.
That's pretty cool. If you look at that.
And then here comes what .hack wanted. .hack, I disagree. I think now that we've cycled 100% of the Walrus, it's the perfect time to start that X Walrus increase right before Glacier.
Those are pretty cool. That's a good base.
I mean, is that what you were thinking, like robots and shit?
Yeah, those are robots. Type in Cyberpunk City pixel art tile set. Sorry, guys. You are in it to win it with me today. Sorry for the dead air and the lack of content, but I'm staying live. We're going to go in an hour because I went early last week. So I'll fill this gap.
We're making up for it. God damn it.
We're making up. I thought about skipping next Friday and then come back the following Friday with information for 2 weeks, kind of while we're in this lull period. I don't know what you guys think about that, but then heavily advertise it over that 2 weeks, maybe do some competition and try and get some life back in the AMAs. What do you guys think? Some of those mechs are pretty cool. I think I could use them.
What they're there for.
Yeah, wonderful. It's like, trying to strive for consistency, but if consistency comes at a cost of like low quality because I have lack of information due to the slow period that we're in, I don't want to waste anybody's time. And I know that you guys enjoy, the people that stay in here, the 10 people that we have, and however many people are watching on YouTube. I don't want to waste y'all's time and just give you a bunch of bullshit. Oh, and also this week today marks 5 days back in the gym, ladies and gentlemen. So your boy is back to being healthy and trying to get healthy. I know I talked about it last AMA where I'm pretty much damn near doing things to put myself in a grave in 5 years, but I'm trying to beef back up and be healthy. So it feels really good. I've always been really good at working out. Those are like voxel almost. Those aren't cities. They are good inspirational pieces.
I don't know what the fuck Dot Hack had me fucking draw, but this is wild looking. Hold on.
Damn. My son's getting yelled at.
Question on YouTube. Are you talking about Pluty? We answered him. Or Austin answered him.
Whoa, those are wild looking.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Bottom right is dope. Yeah, so the AMA channel has now been taken over by AI. We're going to be doing AI requests for the remainder of the 20 minutes, so buckle in. If you have questions, be sure to ask. Did you type in the Cyberpunk City one?
Yes, that was the first one I sent.
Yeah, but it's not a city. It's just a bunch of pieces. And they're isometric. Get fucking real, Dylan. Get your head in the fucking game, man.
What do you call them? 16 something?
Dude, 32
16.
by 32. 32x32.
All right. Coming up. Who's next? What do you keep typing those robots? Those are different than what I sent, I think. Is that what you got, Savvy?
Oh, dang. These are cool. I feel like I could use some of these if I was actually halfway artistic. Too bad I'm halfway autistic. I'll save these, though, and put them in A-Sprite. See if I can make something. The colors are good, too.
All right, I think this is closer to what you were asking for.
Well, the imagination's for my game, Hack.
Is that closer to what you're asking for?
Yeah, it is a lot closer. Let me open this. Oh, I guess I should have made you type in. You should have typed in top down. But that one on the top right looks really good. Top down's like RPG is like Pokemon. Dang, you can clean these up and they look really good.
You say top right?
Top down?
No, on the sheet. You like the second one?
The one on the top right looks
Oh
really
shit.
good.
His look better. I don't know what he's doing. His is better.
His looks like those are called isometric pixel art. And then the ones on the left are the 2D platformer type. Top down is a little bit different. Man, these look cool. I wish I could make something of these.
Flutie also says the Tusk Talk every Fridays are great. Even if you do not have any new information, we get a chance to know you better as a person, so it builds more trust and loyalty.
Yeah, you're right. Agree. And that's why I keep up with it. This is what, number 37, 38?
37.
37.
We've only missed one.
37 weeks. That's a long time. Jesus, my God, where'd you get that resolution at, Dot Hack? Looks like that thing got hit with the microplastics. See, these are more isometric, done. I know, it was a joke. Relax. Holy shit, while we've been talking, Bitcoin just crushed through 21.
21K?
21K, 21.2. It's actually going insane.
What the fuck?
This is insane. What's Flame saying? Let's see what Flame's saying in the chat.
Flame is hurt. I don't know where Flame's at right now, but he is hurt. All these fucking perma bears are getting wrecked. Ethereum over 1500. AVAX closing in on 1650. Oh shit, Savvy's your go-to. Look at that. He made you a whole fucking city down there at the bottom with a tennis court.
Yeah, these are dope.
I know.
Let her rip. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we're almost like doing this AMA just to celebrate Bitcoin moving up. Yeah, this one's really cool. The one on the top left is really enticing.
I will take regularly scheduled AMAs celebrating Bitcoin over 3 a.m. AMAs after bank runs.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
These are much more fun. Willow, it's only 7:40. You don't eat till 8. Sir, yes, sir. I'm sorry.
21, I did not think I would see this for quite some time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. 21 was not even in the wheelhouse of my thought process.
Legend of Legaia. I got you.
Dude, Dot Hack, have you ever used Unreal Engine? I was showing Dylan some of these games that I was like making in Unreal. I was really looking for the 2.5D, like where it was pixel art characters in a 3D world. And I made some videos of it. They just have these like hyper realistic files. Like I made this one really quick. I think this is it. This is the snow one, I think. No, that's not it. That's not it.
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is a trap this time. What number does it have to be for it to not be a trap anymore?
Look how hyper realistic Unreal
Chuck
Engine
in here.
Things.
Chuck, Crypto Gamer, you guys do your magic. What do you guys think? What number does it have to hit before it's not a trap anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. I would trust Crypto Gamer with some TA. Because I think Crypto Gamer does a fib on a lot of it. At least 69K would be 100% confirmed, not a bear trap.
Well, we're a third of the way there.
22 to 23, that seems pretty accurate. Why is there a protein powder in the bottom left of that one that you made?
I don't know.
That straight
It's
up
just
looks
what
like
he wanted.
protein powder.
I like how they added like that font at the bottom because every time I see Unreal Engine 5, that's what it shows is like Unreal Engine 5 in that exact font.
Maybe it's something that they're paying.
I did. Rad Dad. Yes, Crypto Gamer.
Now, forgive me for being a terrible trader, but like, I know there's gap fills and I know that there's fib tracements, retracements. I just don't understand the full concept of the Fibonacci retracement. Like, I don't understand, like, if it hits a certain point, is it supposed to bounce up or these levels of resistance, of support? Is that stuff that you're looking for? I guess that's one of the things. Holy fuck, that's terrifying. That looks like Twilight.
Coming up, Dot Hack. Is that Brad Pitt at the bottom?
The market makers have large cell walls attached. Like you're talking like exchanges and stuff. Like at these moments, they'll have like large cell walls.
I don't know what is happening.
With what? Bitcoin's not giving up either. What's crazy is on my platform I use to leverage on Polygon. It gives you the open interest and the short interest, and it has a maximum of $3 million on both. The open interest on shorts right now is still only 315K out of 3 million, and the open long, people still having long positions open, is 1.1 million, which is insane. It means there's a huge support for long still. Like people are still longing at this price.
All AI.
Yeah, with all these fucking trading bot projects. So the fib lets you see where the buyer and seller exhaustion lie, and you have to consider this AI ran. If AI sees a 200 EMA break, they automatically move to the next target. Interesting. Yeah, Dylan's NFTs are actually really cool.
Ooh, Dot Hack, I think you'll like these.
He put in a lot of work on them. Which I know is kind of silly when you talk about AI, but you do have to put in very specific attributes to make
it. There's those prompts are not easy to get on like a recurring basis. So like the way I did it was I used a
He's a chonker, boy. Why is that dude?
Looks like that bottom left one.
Yeah, he has one back leg.
That one up top. That's Walter. Give me that picture. That's Walter. Walter with the beanie.
Walter with the beanie. Upscale it. Those are pretty cool.
I got one that looks like that.
Looks like none of you all had anything to do on Friday either. You all are just like, yeah, let's just do this, which I'm all for. I'd love to just do live streams where I talk shit and like play games or something. That would be fun. Or it's not always about why is Walrus down. There's another gallon down. I'm 98% water at this point. Uh-oh, is Bitcoin going to do the pullback now?
Well, it just pumped $2,000 fucking dollars.
Yeah, that's pretty insane if you think about it. Man, I can't believe our TVL is still 1 million. Psych. I don't know why that bot's locked up like that, but it's been like that for like 5 months.
Willow, I'm not feeding you yet. It's not 8 o'clock.
And now the AVAX gas is saying 0. It's now free to trade on AVAX. Newest update.
Bullish.
That's fucking free real estate on AVAX. What's some upcoming projects that I can degen into? Somebody give me a project that they enjoy, that they're about to ape into, that they know 100% is a scam. That's what I like. I like risk on the table. Nobody's got the balls for it anymore, man. Everybody wants to change DeFi. No more scams.
Oh, shit.
What?
Jason Mewes is coming to Lexington Comic-Con. You might know him as Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would love to meet Jason Mewes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jason Mewes. 133% of all of Walrus has touched the contract.
So I'm saying if you didn't get X Walrus now, you're going to get left behind when we quadruple that mint price.
Looks like we may be able to secure 3 K7s right now. Looks like me and Sean will be looking to do that transaction here in the next couple of days. Maybe tonight. I don't know. I don't know. Man, I just can't wait till DeFi gets a little livelier again. And everybody's like, where's the money? Show me the money. And everybody's just like in shit. Dude, Walter's
Stables are boring.
Does Walter have a ween? Something ain't right about the middle of Walter's regions there. And his chest ain't filled out right. Looks like he had what is it called? It looks like he honestly had breast removal surgery.
A mastectomy.
Mastectomy, that's right.
Ma.
So I said
Ma.
Ma.
If you had bought 1 Bitcoin 1 month ago, you would be up 17.25%.
That's right. Yeah. And if you bought it at 69K, you'd only be down 80%.
Let's see.
There will be that day, .hack, and honestly, not that far away. Not that far away at all. That's what I feel like doing, is just not announcing any dates and then just being like, all right, Glacier's out. Like giving you all
That would
like,
be the most fair launch.
oh yeah, we're gonna launch it in sometime in 2 weeks, and then just launch it minutes after that announcement. I know it does, .hack. I know. But we do have to change that approach if we're gonna be better in DeFi next bull run. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can end it there. I appreciate your time and hanging out with us, even though we didn't have a lot of information. Let's talk about being positive, and maybe you're already having a positive day because Bitcoin went up and your bags are up and everything's going well, but there will be a time where Bitcoin comes back down, and you should make sure that you're taking steps to be a better person. I think there's a couple of things you could probably do if you do want to be a better person. One of those things, of course,
Touch an old lady.
touch an old lady and walk her across the street. Do not put a leash on her and use her like a dog. I'm just saying, be nice. Grab her by the hand after asking and walk her across the street. Give a homeless person a slice of pizza. That'd be a good one. It's easy. And as always, thank you guys for the support and still coming up and showing your love for me and an understanding of what I'm doing and trying to do. And I do appreciate it. All the comments, all the jokes, and keeping me in good spirits and supporting me so that I can continue doing what I love. So, again, it's a blessing to be here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully there's more to show next week. But I'll go ahead and keep a normal scheduled AMA, and we don't have to skip one. That's okay. I don't need a break. I was just saying it in case people wanted more impactful AMAs. But yeah, that's it. I will sign off here. We're right at an hour, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I will speak to you next Friday. I'll see you guys.